are supposed to join us on YouTube can just get started. So we're going live so that we do not waste so much time. Please, if you're in this section, okay. So I want to believe that we are live on YouTube now. Can anybody who is in this section confirm for me that we are live on YouTube? So we should be live on YouTube now. So maybe for those who are struggling to join Zoom, I don't know why, please just put on the group that we are live on YouTube. So we should be streaming live on YouTube right now. So go ahead to help me drop that, because I can't be managing my phone and be doing the training at the same time. You can just copy the link and share in any of the group that you're in. Please copy the link of the YouTube live and share in the group that you're in, just in case maybe anyone is struggling to find the link. Just copy the link and share on and share for those who would want to join on YouTube. You feel free to share the links to any of your friends. I have 40 persons on Zoom with me, which is fine. Other persons can join and learn from YouTube. More persons will still join. So please copy the link and share on, copy the link and please share the YouTube link. Share in any of the group that you're in, please. Copy the link and share it on your status. I have to also share the link on my status because I don't want my friends to miss out from what we'll be learning today. So let me do that quickly and we set the ball rolling. So we are live. I'm sharing. And so guys, who is excited about today? Who is excited to be in this training with us? I love active students too. So if you're on this Zoom with me, you have to be very, very active. Like overactive will even be worrying you.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm excited to have us here because I know we did the same training last year and it was top notch. We did this same training December 18 of last year, and most persons who joined it up till today still value the information that they got from here. So our live. Okay. So without wasting much time, I think we have done YouTube. Any other group? Okay, join YouTube. All right. So quick one, I would start by sharing my screen so that you know you're not talking to, like it's a human being you're talking to. Hi, everyone. This is what I look like. This is who Chinyere is. This is the person who I've been chatting with you on the group. So you're talking to a human, not a ghost. So what I would do is I would like to mute us so that we do not have people like on people who would have noisy background disturb us once we start. So I'm going to mute everybody who is online. So when I ask questions, when I need comments, please use the chat box to do that so that we are all on the same page. So I think everybody's muted. All right. So quickly, I would start by sharing my screen. would not be wasting any time, like I already said. So I would share my screen, and can anyone see my screen? Can we all see my screen? Yes, 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 yes. So we're not starting from here. We can see the screen, right? Yeah. So yes, yes, yes. And we can see my screen. All right. So we would get started, and we get started right now. I would start by, sorry, trying to just cut down on distraction. Okay, so yes, everyone can see my screen. Perfect. Please, let's keep up with this energy of interacting. That is what makes a teacher want to like pour out more. So please share the link from YouTube if you've not. Share it on your status so that others will know and join this free live training. So today I'll be walking you through how to become a sought after virtual assistant. And I will be showing you how I was able to make 1K to 3K monthly as a virtual assistant in this space. I'll be showing you how I was able to make 1K to 3K as a virtual assistant monthly in this space. So this is a free training for many persons who are asking, is this free? Whatever I'm going to share with you tonight is absolutely free, and you're not paying me a dime to be here. I'll try my best to pour out as much as I can without holding anything, showing you things that is probably stopping you from earning online, and God's willing, directing you on the best paths to go after now. So let's start off by, if you do not know, according to recent statistics, the global virtual assistant market is projected to reach a value of 16.1 billion by 2026. So the question I would like to leave you with is, will you be among the people who would benefit from this market or from this projection? Or you would still be among the people who will leave this training and still feel, oh, let me be where I am. There are some questions that are like, they are rhetorical questions, right? I might not necessarily need you to give me a response if you be among the people who this projection is for by 2026. But if the projection is for you, my dear, we move. But if the projection is not for you, you can sit and watch why some of us who the projection is for, we move with this projection. So if this particular projection is for you, let me know in the comment section that this projection is for you, because the projection is not for everybody. When you go to church and the pastor is praying, some person will open their eyes, right? And the angel will carry the blessing and pass. Some persons will be busy praying, while some person will just will say, let me watch and see the person that will fall under anointing. I know so many of us, like when you go to church and maybe they are praying, some person will say, let me see the people that will fall under anointing. And while you're there watching people that are falling under anointing, what is happening to you? The angel will come with your basket of blessing and pass. So if this projection is for you, please move with this projection, because it's big and you can earn massively in that space. So I have seen in my course of being a virtual assistant, I've been a virtual assistant for over 4 or 5 years right now. We'll get to that very soon, where I will share my story with you. But I've seen that many virtual assistants survive. They do not thrive, which is a problem. If you're in a virtual assistant space and you're merely surviving, you're not thriving, that means there's a problem. So you need to find what the problem is and address it heads on, not when it's late. Some persons will say, oh, I'm a virtual assistant for 3 years, but you don't have a client. So what makes you a virtual assistant? Are you assisting yourself? Is that what it's supposed to be? So the goal is to become an indispensable asset. Like, there are people who know this thing and they will not share it with you. So I'm going to show you things that would make you an indispensable asset tonight as a virtual assistant. like I said, if you're not with your pen and paper, you're doing yourself, because this video will be unlisted from YouTube after this section. So you might not have access to it if you say, oh, I want to go and watch it tomorrow. So get your pen, get your paper, and let's dig deeper. So I'm a believer that the only limit to your realization of your tomorrow dream is your doubt of today. So your doubt of today, your doubt of, is it possible to earn in dollar? Your doubt of, is it possible for me to work with 5 clients? Is it possible for me to work with 3 clients? Is the only realization, is the only thing stopping you from your dream, right? So drop your doubts and face what lies ahead. Who am I? For many persons who do not know, I am a mom. So just in case you're in this training and you're a father, you're a parent, I'm a parent just like yourself. So hello everyone. Officially, my name is Chinyere Udo. I wear many hats. I'm currently a grad student in the field of communication and marketing analytics. Outside of academia, I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a teacher, I'm a virtual assistant, and I am your coach tonight, right? So in case you feel, is it doable? Let Chinyere be your motivation tonight. In case you're a father and you're saying, oh, let me be your motivation tonight. In case you're a wife, you're a mother, you're a young lady, you're a student, let me be your motivation tonight. If you cannot hear me because of network, maybe you should join Zoom, you should join YouTube. Please, can we all hear me? Let me be sure I'm not talking to myself. Can we all hear me? Okay, yes. Can we all hear me? If you're on YouTube, can you hear me? Those on YouTube, can they hear me? Can somebody confirm for me that those on YouTube can hear me? So, okay, yes, we can hear me. Yes, please. All right, we're right on. So like I said, I wear many hats. So if you need a motivation to succeed in the virtual space, let me be your motivation. Let me be that person you would think of and say, oh yes, I am, like, if Chinyere can do this, then you can. I am a student. Currently, I'm a student. I am a mom. That means I still do my mom activities. I still teach. Not this teaching I'm doing here. I teach students. I still do my virtual assistant stuff, like on a daily. And I still coach because I have students I am currently coaching. So if I can do it, if I can multitask and do all these things in my 24 hours, I don't know what is stopping you. Like nothing of any sort should stop you. So I am excited to teach us today about the field of virtual assistants, and let's go further. So who is this training for? Anyone who has a phone and anyone who has a laptop, this training is for you. This training is for anyone who is tired of asking for, Uncle, please, can you dash me 20K? Uncle, please, can you give me 2K? Can you give me 5K? Anyone who wants to learn in-demand skill that you can use to work online or in remotely, practically anyone passionate about earning in dollar or even earning in naira, because the skills I would teach you or the skills you'll be exposed to tonight, they are things that you can use to be more, right? And so if you're a student, I am a student. If you're a stay-at-home mom, I am a mom. I'm not a stay-at-home mom. If you're a father or a mother, I am a parent. So any of this could also be me, right? If you're a 9-to-5 worker, I work. If you're unemployed, if you're a business owner, and if you're a government worker, this training is for you. So it's for anybody. So it could even be for your child. It could be just for anybody. So this training is not specific to gender or specific to a particular set of people. Hope we are following me. It is for everybody. So this is my story. I would like to share my story with you so that you have like a personal touch to who you're speaking with. I finished school in 2019. And just like every young Nigerian youth who do not have anybody in government, you do not have a father or a mother or a uncle that would speak for you, aside from Jesus Christ speaking for you. You wake up to that reality when you're done with school that what is next, right? Sometimes you will search for a job up and down for years and nothing will fall out. And that is if you're still younger, right? That is if you're still younger. So if you're not young and you're finishing school like me, who finished school at the age of 26, the reality dawns on you, right? Because most companies, what is their age requirement? The least is 25 years. So from 18 to 25 years. So what does it mean? If you finish school at 26, there is barely nothing for you. There is barely nothing waiting for you unless you have your own business or unless your father is in government or your mother or your family knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Chinyere is not from a wealthy home. My parents do not know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can help me. So I had to face my reality on. When my friends, everybody is saying, oh, they will search for a job, I couldn't come to say I would search for a job because which company would employ me at 26? As everything kept going, I went for service 2019, early 2020, COVID started. And I've always been somebody who is passionate about pressing my phone, my laptops, and all that. So from as with this story, you should begin to notice that where your passion lie, sometimes passion doesn't put money on the table, but you can convert your passion to be something that will bring you money. Jot this point down. Passion. You see, I love cooking. Does not put will not put food on your table if you do not convert that passion, that thing you're passionate about, to put food on your table. So I thought to myself during COVID, because we're those coppers that served and enjoyed the NYSC money without working. Who is this person writing on my screen? Who is this person writing on my screen? Excuse me, everyone. Did I give a wrong access? Whoever that is writing on my screen should stop. How do I stop this? Please, if you're the one writing on my screen, if you're the one playing with your screen, please stop. Just listen, please. So back to what I was saying. Hope we're following me. I finished school. Tap on security. Okay. Please let me do that. Thank you. I don't know if I've been able to do that, but let me be sure. Let me just disable everything that is disable here. Okay, I just hope this help. So fast forward to COVID hitting, right? I had to wake up to that reality that what can I do? This is in 2020, early 2020. I was like, oh, I love my phone. Hope we can hear me, right? Hope we can hear me. Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Okay, good. So fast forward to 2020, I was like, I was caught in on what to do. So I decided to get busy with my life and started learning on social media. And while learning on social media, I was documenting my journey on LinkedIn. 2 months in between this, and HR reached out to me from LinkedIn and was like, would you love to work from us? That was where my success story started from. So imagine me who was scared of finishing school and having to like start up. And by 2020, February 2020, I was already working from home. When I was working from home, I never knew what virtual assistant was. Virtual assistant, if you're joining us for the first time or you're wondering who a virtual assistant is, I would explain that. But virtual assistant never became a thing until virtual assistance was never a thing until like late 2022. So what happens after my training and when I started working? I kept practicing to make more progress, right? Some persons after maybe their journey, practice they say make perfect. I kept practicing, I kept progressing, I kept learning, and I was patient with my growth. So these 4 things makes up success, right? You need to keep practicing, you need to keep learning, and you need to be patient and adaptable. So I was trying to adapt to trends. I was patient with my growth, and that blossom, right? So why should you listen to me? You should listen to me because I have over 4 experience being a virtual assistant. I'm counting down because I'm not going to stop being a virtual assistant anytime soon. So I have over 4 years of experience being a virtual assistant. I'm not going to be stopping anytime soon. In the past year, I have dedicated myself to master platforms like Upwork, and the results have been tangible. And I've successfully generated a lot in dollars. Don't want to mention figures right now. I could share my Upwork account with you if you want to know the figures. So working with international clients, I've never worked with an African client before. So all my clients, all this year, over 10 to 15 clients that I've worked with people who I'm currently retaining, they are all international clients. I have an ongoing involvement in the field. And so I am teaching you theory. Like this is what I'm teaching you practically what is happening. Not just, there are people who are virtual assistants, who teach virtual assistant because they were once virtual assistants. Coach or Chinyere is still a virtual assistant. So I'm teaching you up-to-date methods that have worked for me and will continue to work and yield results. So you can count on me to provide first-hand information, actionable advice on how to navigate these platforms, attract clients, and build lasting professional experience for you. So here are what some of the students who joined this training in December are saying. Some of them said, impressive start. I see myself and others going places. It was quite overload. I enjoyed the class. You did well. I am loaded. Some of them said, thanks for the knowledge sharing. This section was worthwhile. Great job. A whole lot of things. And I want to believe that you can see my screen so that I do not bore you. So somebody said, tonight's class was a banger. Thank Chinyere. Thank you for all. I've learned a lot. So you're not going to waste your next couple of hours. That is one thing you should be aware of. You will not be wasting any of your minutes. So what we'll be covering in today's section, we're talking about who a virtual assistant is, skills and tools that you need, reasons why people make profit or reasons for profit in the virtual assistant industry, how you can start, profitable niche, why most virtual assistants don't earn or land clients. We'll also be looking at the problem many virtual assistants face, like cover letter, proposals, landing clients. We'll be looking at how I make 1K to 3K monthly as a virtual assistant and would have Q&A section. Who is a virtual assistant? If you're a newbie, you want to open your ears so that you can hear this. In simple terms, like in the simplest of terms, a virtual assistant is anybody that works from home. So if that word virtual assistant is a big deal for you, anybody that works from home, anybody that works from their home or from a remote site, you're not there in person, you're not going to the office, you have a job and you're doing it from home, you're a virtual assistant. They call it a lot of names, but when people keep hearing virtual assistant, it throws them off and they are wondering, oh, who is a virtual assistant? So if you're in this training tonight, like the simplest of term of who a virtual assistant is anybody that works from home. Anybody that works from home, usually from their computer or from their phone using an internet, is a virtual assistant. So there is no big deal about who a virtual assistant is. Now, as a virtual assistant, it is your skill to your clients. So virtual assistants or VAs, abbreviation of virtual assistant is VA. So you would hear things like virtual assistant do tasks like scheduling appointment, they manage email, they handle administrative work, they conduct research, they create document, they create presentation. Some of them handle social media. Some virtual assistants do project management. Some virtual assistants do graphic design. Any skill that you have whatsoever, any skill that you can use to support a company, a business owner, an individual, you can use to support them to get things done. And you're doing this from your home, from a remote setting. You're not going to the office, you're a virtual assistant. Are we understanding me? If you're understanding me, let me know in the comment section that you're understanding me. Do you understand what I have just said? Is this term easily explained? Have I been able to explain it to you in a way that you understand who a virtual assistant is? So a virtual assistant is just simply anybody who has a skill and they can offer this skill from their home. That is who a virtual assistant is. So after this training, if you do not get anything from this training, get that any skill that you have or any skill that you learn and you're offering it from your home to a virtual assistant. You can offer this service using your phone. You can offer this service using your laptop, and you're offering it from a remote setting. You're a virtual assistant. It's as simple as ABC. So it's simply using your skills and expertise to assist and lighten the workload of professionals, executive, business owners, and anybody just generally who need your services. Right? So that is who a virtual assistant is. So your task could cut across conducting research. Maybe you have a research skill. You can convert it into offering it as a service as a virtual assistant. You can create documents, you can create presentation, you can write ebooks. Doing this from your home makes you a virtual assistant. So how do you start? I know that is what most of us are eager to know. How do I start? How do I even go about starting on being a virtual assistant? There are a lot of things, in all honesty, there are a lot of work that needs to be put in place for you to start in being a virtual assistant. And I've tried to break it down in the simplest of all forms. The first is identify your skill. What skill do you have? What skill can you offer? How do you identify your skill? Start by listing out things you're passionate about. Do you have skills such as organizational skill? Do you have communication skill? Do you have writing skill? Do you have project management skill? Social media skill? Highlight what you're good at. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy doing? I promise to provide clarity, right? So what are you good at? As an individual, can you ask yourself with your name, Shola, Patricia, whoever, whatever your name is, can you ask yourself, what are you good at? And write it down in this. I ask you to come with a pen and paper, right? Write those things that you're good at. Write it down. Now, when you've written down your skills, you've identified the things you're passionate about. You don't just jump and become a VA. You would drown. What if you're not good at anything? Somebody will be picking up these questions. I would attend to questions at the end. So feel free to drop your question. So research the market, right? So when you've identified your skill, research the market. Look into what services are in demand. You need to know the services that are in demand. And how do you find these services that are in demand? Explore job boards, freelancing websites, social media groups to understand the needs of business owners and individuals seeking virtual assistance. So when you have identified and researched your market space, that would help you know skills you can get better on and skills you can build better on. Now, the next thing you do after that is to create your services. Identify the services you can offer based on your skills. This could include email management, calendar, scheduling, data entry, content creation, website design, graphic design, video editing, whatsoever, project management, data analytics, like AI, Web3, crypto, ebook writing. Create your service based off your skills. Now, when you are done creating your service based off of your skill, do you sit in your house and fold your hands and expect magic to happen? No. It is now time for you to network and market yourself. You see this thing called virtual assistant? I carry it on my head like popcorn. You see my virtual assistant business? I carry it on my head like popcorn. If somebody in your house does not know what you do, how would they even refer you? Like, I carry this virtual assistant. Everybody in my status know I'm a virtual assistant. I have my friends who, because of the way I talk about being a virtual assistant, when they see opportunity, who comes to their mind first? I am the first person that comes to their mind. Oh, Chinyere is a virtual assistant. Let me send this opportunity to her. Why? Because I have put myself, I have put my name in their head subconsciously. So I am the first person that comes to their mind at every given opportunity. You that you are here, because I know that we have 3 groups of people in this training. We have people who are just hearing the word virtual assistant for the first time. We have people who are, they've heard about virtual assistant, but they don't know how to start. And we have people who have been trained as virtual assistants. But you see, some people have been trained about virtual assistant, but they cannot identify their skill. They don't even know how to research the market. They can't create the services they can offer because they are jack of all trades, master of none. So when you cannot identify your skill after taking a training, you cannot research the market, how will you create your services? So each of these things I have listed here needs to be followed in order. So the next thing you need to do is you need to network and market yourself. Carry your business on your head. Carry it like a popcorn. Like, carry it like your life depends on it, because that is what puts food on the table. So I don't care if you don't like the service, like I advertise every day I'm a virtual assistant on my status. I really do not care, because that is what pays the bills for me. right? So what is that thing? If virtual assistant is what is going to pay your bill, man, you need to beat yourself up and down and say, it is time for you. You need to wake yourself up. So when you have identified your skill, you have researched the market, you have created your services, you need to now network and market yourself. You can do this by talking to family, friends. You can do this by talking to your family, your friends, your village people. Your village people, trust me, they want you to succeed. You can start through social media. There are forums. You can go to networking events. Share your expertise and engage in conversations to build meaningful relationships. And again, you need to start small and gain experience. Some persons would see people who are doing a whole lot in industry and they are like, I want to be like this person. Have somebody you want to be like, somebody you want to emulate, but start small. Begin with smaller projects to build your portfolio and gain experiences. You can build your own portfolio by yourself. All these things people will say, you can build your portfolio by yourself. When I started my virtual assistant journey, I was building my portfolio with what I was doing. I was managing my social media handle by myself. I would take screenshots and put in my portfolio. I was creating my content by myself. Those are my portfolio. That is where I started from. This thing I'm telling you right now, you would go for training for 10 years and nobody will tell you how to build your portfolio. So as you get more comfortable, as you start to take on bigger tasks, your portfolio will now change. But start small and use yourself to gain experience. For instance, you meet a client, you can't manage your own email and you're looking for a client's email to manage. You can't give what you don't have. Am I making sense? Are we gaining? Are we listening? Are we following me? Let me know in the chat box. Let me see. Am I making sense? Should I ride on? Abi, I should stop here. Should I stop already? Abi, we should ride on. Ride on, please. Okay. So we should ride on, right? We're gaining value for our time, right? So you cannot give what you don't have. That is just life. You can't give what you don't have. So when you have started small, you need to continuously learn and improve. The day you stop learning, the day you stop improving, because every year, every month, every day, new tools are coming up, new trends are happening. So you need to adapt and refine your services based on what is happening. You can't, if you learned VA 2 years ago or last year, and you have not taken a new training after 1 year or 2 years, that means you are outdated because you don't even know what is currently happening, especially if you have not started working. So I tell my students this, that in the next 1 year, you should be able to say, oh, I need to pay for another training to equip yourself again with what is currently happening. You can't be where you are 4 years ago and you're shouting you're a VA. Do you know what is currently happening right now? So when you're done with starting small, you're gaining experience, you need to refine your services based off of feedback and your own experience. Some persons, let me speak pidgin. You see some person, they know they take feedback at all. Some VAs or potential VAs, if you must be a VA, you must be a baby. You must come with the heart of a child. You see that innocent heart that when they correct them, the next moment they are smiling. You must be a baby. You must come with the heart of a child to be a VA. Like a heart that does not take offense, a heart that is open to learn, a heart that is teachable. So if you're improving or you start working, you need to be open to feedback. That is the only way you can grow beyond the surface where you are. Now, let's look at the skills and tools that every VA must know. These are basic skills that every VA must know before you now talk about niching down to other fields. There are basic skills that for you to survive in this industry, you must know it. They must be in your arsenal. So we're going to talk about the skills and would go into the tools. So when we talk about skills, we talk about communication skill. You need to excellent written and verbal communication for interaction is important. You see, basic of ABCD is important in this industry. If you're following me, I promise that this I would explain in simple terms. Hope we are understanding and everybody is following me. Let me know in the comment section if the terms I am explaining with is understandable for everybody in this training. So you must have excellent written skill and verbal communication to be able to interact. You don't go speak pidgin for your clients now. Abi, you go they speaking bati for your clients. You can't speak in bati. You can't speak at they go, at they come. Right? So you must understand basics of communication. So communication skills can be learned. When I started my virtual assistant journey, I took courses on communication. I took courses on written, excellent, like verbal communication. I took courses on writing, like written words. Why? To be better. Another skill is time management skill. You have to have the ability to handle multiple tasks and complete them within timeline. Nobody will be chasing you around. So if you want to come into this industry, nobody has the time to be chasing you up and down. So another skill that is very important is basic technical skills. You need to be proficient in things like Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, and other industry-specific softwares. They are the basics. You must know them. They are the basics. There's no two ways about it. I'm not going to lie to you. Are they learnable? Yes, they are teachable. You can learn communication skills. You can learn time management skill. These tools that are basics, they are not hard. They are learnable. If you're teachable and willing to earn in this industry, there are things you can learn. You must be adaptable. That's ready to learn and adapt to new tools. Because the tool your clients might be using today might not be what they will use tomorrow. So you must be willing to do the extra work and adapt to those tools that they are using. So you can't be, that's why I say if you did your virtual assistant training 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and you've not gotten a client, and you're still banking on that skill, my sister, my brother, wake up. Beat yourself in the head and say, wake up. Wake up to your reality. So you need to also be attentive to details. Some clients might not like to repeat themselves twice. You need to be accurate in simple things like data entry, document creation, and other things that could ensure that you deliver your work with quality and with ease. Now let's look at some of the tools that you need, basic tools that you need as somebody who is working or who will be working online. You need project management softwares, tools like Asana, Trello, Monday.com. These tools would help you manage tasks, deadlines, and collaboration. Are they learnable? Yes, they are learnable. You can learn them. Communication tools such like Slack, Teams, Zoom we're using Zoom and YouTube, right? So you should already know how to use Zoom for real-time communication and virtual meetings. So you need to learn about file sharing and storage. Things like how to use Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive for sharing and storing documents securely. Are they learnable? Yes, they are learnable. But you need to know these skills, these tools. You need to know about simple calendar management tools like Google Calendar, Calendarly, to be able to manage appointments and schedule things efficiently. You need to learn tools like Gmail, Outlook, because you'll be interacting with your clients via these channels, right? And you need to be responsive when handling information. So these tools are must know. You see these skills and these tools I've just listed, they are must know for you to be a VA and to succeed in the VA industry. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm here to like open up things the way it should be. So if somebody is deceiving you, don't worry. There are tools you should not, these basic tools that I've listed here, you should learn them and have them in your fingertips. Must you be an expert in them? No, but you should know them. Then as you practice with them, you become perfect. So the next thing we'll be looking at is, we're going to be looking at 8 profitable niche in the virtual assistant industry. There are over hundreds of this profitable niche, but I decided to just pick 8 out of them. Real estate virtual assistants. You can actually be a virtual assistant and you do real estate stuff. You can be a virtual assistant in the e-commerce and be an e-commerce support. You can be a virtual assistant who is a social media manager. You're creating social media content, you're creating social media posts, and you're managing social media handles. You can be an administrative support. And the truth is, you can do 1, 2, or 3 of these. You can be under bookkeeping and accounting services. You can decide to go into travel assistance. You can be a virtual assistant who is specialized in health and wellness support. So under each of these, taxes you can do include some of these things we have just listed. You can be doing, under this travel assistant, you can help people to book travels. You can, maybe the clients you're working for under travel assistance, you can help them to manage their email. You're going to be using different tools to work with them. So you do not necessarily need to leave your current job or the current knowledge that you have in the field where you are to move into something new. There is a space for you in the virtual industry world. If you're a lawyer, you don't need to come and become an administrative support. You can learn the skills of an administrative support and use it in supporting clients that are in your industry. So if you're in health and wellness, will you say you want to abandon your health and wellness and you want to move into social media support? You can convert. You can be a health and wellness support that manage social media handle for health industries. You can be a virtual assistant with an administrative skill that supports clients that need bookkeeping and accounting assistance. So every skill, every knowledge you have. So this training is not all about, for you to be a virtual assistant, leave what you're doing currently. No. You can modify that place you are and offer services that can support business owners that need that are in that field. Am I making sense? Are we understanding me? Are we understanding me? Should I go on? Am I making sense? So the knowledge you're gaining this night is not a knowledge that would take you out from where you are. No. So if anybody has ever told you, you need to leave where you are because you want to be a virtual assistant, the person has lied to you. That knowledge you have gained from where you are can serve you to earn in the industry. You can only just pick up 1 or 2 other skills and complement it to make it so that if this person is not looking for an administrative support, you can offer social media services. If the person is not looking for social media services, you can offer graphic design support. So that is why I suggest that VAs have at least 3 services that you can offer. So let's quickly look at reasons for profit in the VA industry. Why is it that the VA industry is projected to hit 16 billion by 2026? Why? Why is that projection so? Now, after COVID hits, the number 1 reason is after COVID hits, remote work became a trend. Everybody wants to work from home because it gives you, for our mothers, for our fathers, it gives you that flexibility to be in your house, do as much as you can do, and still provide support to, right? So remote work is now a trend. So the increasing remote, this has now led to the demand of virtual assistants. Virtual assistant is not going anywhere anytime. So whether you become a virtual assistant this year, or you choose it is next year you wake up to your reality, my dear, virtual assistant has come to stay. Every day, every hour, there are new businesses that are being registered. Entrepreneurs are coming up. Professionals are seeking remote assistants, people that would handle the administrative tasks. Now, people are beginning to see, oh, I think I shouldn't be spending too much time handling a task that is wasting my time, when can get somebody, pay somebody to do this thing and free up that space to do other things that would earn you money. Another reason why there is profit in this industry is that is a cost-effective solution. Hiring a virtual assistant is often more cost-effective for business than hiring a full-time employer. So now companies can save more, like they can save from getting office space, buying equipment, because most times you're working with your own equipment. They would be saved from paying taxes associated with when they employ people on ground. Another thing is that number 3 reason is that virtual assistants are more flexible. So virtual assistants tailor their services to suit their clients' requirements. This makes business model more flexible, and it makes them gain more experience and more expertise, right? So it's also, the rise of virtual assistants has also increased entrepreneurship, and it has created a lot of business owners and increased demand for virtual assistants. So we have startups, we have solopreneurs, and they all seek virtual assistant services to handle tasks. We're even talking about people who are creating, we're not even looking at companies, because companies still take virtual assistants because it saves them costs. Are we following me? Do you see your reason why the virtual assistant industry is not going anywhere anytime soon? It's not going anywhere. Like, it's not leaving, because there is a demand for it. I'm not an economics student, but I know that when demand supersedes, how do they put that in English? Can anybody help me? That if demand supersedes, what is it? Is there any economics student here who understand what I'm trying to say? If demand supersedes supply, what happens, Biko? What will happen when demand supersedes supply? Who can tell us? Increase in value. Thank you. Increase in value, increase in demand. Like, oh, increase in more value, increase in want of more virtual assistants. So so let's quickly look at why most virtual assistants don't earn or land clients. This is the truth. You don't know what is stopping you. And this is for people who might be virtual assistants already, or who are aspiring to be virtual assistants, or who are just hearing the word virtual assistant for the first time. And maybe you have a friend who have been a virtual assistant and they've never earned or landed any clients, and you're wondering what the problem is. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. And I wish that person who has this problem is listening, so that you can identify where your own problem is and know how to tackle it on. Most VAs don't know how to set their rates. It is either they are setting their rates too high or too low without considering the value they provide. The truth is, if you're a website developer, you can't be charging $5 unless there is something wrong, right? So some persons, after they become virtual assistants, and you ask them how much they charge, they will tell you they charge maybe $20 per hour, and you never gain any experience. You check them now. If now you be the client, you go employ yourself. And some persons have been in the industry for 2, 3, 4 years with reviews, and you're charging $5 or $10. Is something not wrong with you? Is something not wrong with you? Something is wrong. So you need to set your rates. You need to learn how to set your rates considering the value that you provide. So if you might be asking me, oh, Chinyere, how do I set my rate? I am a virtualist. How do I set my rate? We'll get to that. But if that is your question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Number 2, some persons have unclear description, and that unclear description of the services, that kind of unclear description of their services can even confuse the potential clients. Like some person, it is their services that is confusing the person that would have hired them, because they are not clear on what they are providing. They are not clear on what they can offer. Another thing is lack of portfolio or experience. Before some person, the truth is, that is why I told you that when I started my journey, I started by building my portfolio myself. This might be a struggle for you. So maybe you probably need a mentor that would mentor you to teach you how you can use yourself to build your experiences. So, but before you start applying for a job, you need to build your portfolio. You can reach out to people and offer your services free for them, maybe a week or 2. Tell them, oh, can I do this thing for you for a week or 2? And if that is fine, we can proceed from there. Some persons rely solely on freelancing platform. Not before only freelancing platform jobs they come from. So you can't rely solely on just freelancing platform. I told us about joining social media groups, right? I told us about telling your family, friends, people around you to know what you do. There are still 101 million ways to get clients. Another problem most virtual assistant with is simply listing your skill without demonstrating these skills and how they add value to your client's business will not land you a client. When you say you have a communication skill, how do you explain this skill to your client to see how it benefits them? How? If you say you have marketing skill, how can you demonstrate this skill so that your clients will see the value it adds to their business? I mean, you just get the skill from out. Another thing is not investing in personal and professional development. See, learning is not just enough. You need to keep improving. Some virtual assistants operate without a clear business strategy or plan. How will you earn or land clients if you don't even have a plan in place or a strategy to do that? Or you don't have anybody guiding you on the right path to follow? But sadly, some of you will finish taking training and you're abandoned because it ends there. And it ends up making you as confused as you were even before you joined the training. So some persons focus solely on task completion without building strong client relationship. Some people are just after just the money, forgetting that that client you're working with can refer you to 10 other persons that would pay you. So they are only blind to the immediate, this moment. They are not thinking of what becomes of, what about if I lose this client? In as much as you're professional, you need to build good relationship with people you're working with. You need to be somebody that when you're not there, voices will be speaking for you on your behalf. Can your client, if you have a client right now and you're working with one, can they refer you? Can they refer you? Can they refer you? Am I making sense? Am I hitting the nail hard? Or I should hit it? Should I hit the nail harder? Let me know in the comment section. Am I hitting the nail harder? Am I hitting it like the way I should be hitting it? So my dear, my friends, you're all my besties. You're like all my virtual friends, especially that I have not met we might not be able to meet, but social media or online helps us create new connections, right? And you're like one of my big connections right now. So you should not focus solely on getting the tax done, that you neglect building relationship. Don't allow one to suffer. Marry both if you can. Yes, you can. It's possible. So we'll be looking at problems many VA face. And this problem will hit across all of us on this training, both those on Zoom and those on YouTube. You would find one problem you're facing or likely will face in this, or you have likely faced it, or you likely will face it, or you likely will never face it if you have the right mentorship. You will never face it if you have the right mentorship, because you can always go back to that person and ask questions for clarity. But if you're among the people who say you're VA and they are finished training you and abandon you, sorry, it is time for you to also look for a mentor, somebody you can trust and go back to. Because you see, in this industry, you need a mentor. There is no two ways. Say some part of the presentation is hiding. Is it better right now? Is it better right now? Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you for that. Say almost there. Is it better now? Ajibola, is it better now? Okay, so we'll be talking about problems many VA faced. Ajibola, it might be your phone, no, because I can see it from, it might likely be your phone. So let's talk about some of, maybe you bolded your screen, so try to reduce your screen. So one of the many problems that virtual assistants face is finding clients. This is the struggle of virtual assistants. But there are people who can guide you properly on how to find clients, right? Some virtual assistants struggle with determining which services they can offer. Some virtual assistants struggle with writing proposals or cover letter. That is their struggle. Some virtual assistants, there is no how you apply for a job. The truth is, you need to write proposal. Unless maybe it's a job that is based on word of mouth. I know Dolapo, she can do this task, and you get the job. If it is jobs like that, you don't need proposal, because now who know man, right? But if it's not a job like that, you need to write proposal. Some virtual assistants struggle with writing proposal more than they struggle with finding clients. Proposal and cover letter, they are almost the same thing, just a little bit twerk. But I see people having headache all the time because of this. Some persons struggle with understanding what their clients need. They struggle with knowing what the people they are serving. If you don't know what your clients need, how will you support them? If you don't know the right questions to ask them during onboarding meeting, or the right questions to go to them and ask them, how would you understand their business to be able to support them? How would you do that? Some persons overcommit and undercommit. Some persons are suffering from overcommitting. When they are speaking, they'll be like, I can do this thing in 1 hour. A task that will take you 24 hours. You have said you will do it in 1 hour. And when 1 hour reach, you cannot meet up. You have lost that client. Other persons undercommit. So which of this problem are you suffering with? Some persons do not know how to set boundaries. They don't know that there is a boundary between professional working and personal working. Rather, they don't know how to set boundaries. So which of this problem are you facing? Which of them are you facing? Some persons are having difficulty in negotiating a fair price. Like they cannot negotiate a fair price for the services they are rendering. Like they struggle with, oh, how do I set my rates? How do I not look as if I'm charging too much? Some persons struggle with establishing clear boundaries between work and personal life. They don't know how to differentiate work time and personal time. They smuggle everything together, anyway in a way. Some persons feel inadequate to question, and this will make them question their ability. You're feeling, oh, am I adequate enough for this role? Like you begin to question your abilities, the skills that you have. Some persons struggle with dealing with demanding and difficult clients. Are there clients that are difficult? Yes, they are. Are there clients that are demanding? Yes, they are. Does it mean that you cannot work with them? You can work with them. There's a way around it. That is why I started this class by saying you need to come with the heart of a baby in this virtual space. Some persons will say, is there a space for me in the industry? I heard it is saturated. My dear, there is a space for you. If everybody in this world is taken to the sky, there is still space. If in this world presently, there are still lands that have not been filled, there are still territories that are still deserts. Let me ask you, is that no space? What is space? There is space for everybody. There is space for everybody. Some virtual assistant face or will face juggling multiple projects simultaneously. Like you will not be able to juggle multiple projects at the same time. What does this mean? You might lose all your clients. That is what it means, right? That is what it means. That is what it means. So if you can you cannot juggle through multiple clients, you feel inadequate about your capacity, what does it mean? You need support. You struggle with establishing clear boundaries. Clear boundaries could just be between your work life and your personal life. You need to know when it is work time and strictly face work time. Because most of the job in the virtual assistant pays is either pay per hourly. So you're also losing money if you're not setting boundaries between personal life and work life. So do you reject clients that you see that are difficult? You can't reject them, right? You can't reject them. You can still patiently work with them and deliver your services to them. Are we following me? Should we ride on? I know we have questions, right? So if you have questions, you can drop them in the chat box. Like if you have questions, go ahead to drop them in the chat box. You can begin to drop your questions in the chat box. I know we probably have a whole lot of questions to ask. So feel free to ask your questions. You can begin to drop them in the chat box if you have questions. Feel free to drop them in the chat box. I would collect them. We would collect them and would provide answers to them so that you don't forget your line of thought. If you have any question, ask. We're in the learning section. So before the Q&A section, and before I show you how I've been able to manage, I've been able to earn 1K to 3K monthly and Q&A section, most of us will be asking, oh, after this free class, after this exposure, where does it go from here? Right? It goes to one place. I'm a coach already. I have students I'm coaching, right? So I'm going to be offering a masterclass. I do not take more than 100 people because I cannot provide attention, cannot divide my attention and provide support to more than 100 people at once. So I'll be offering a masterclass for those who are interested, those who are willing to get it better in writing their paycheck this year. So if you want to write your paycheck this year by yourself, learn in-demand skills that can do this for you. Get a mentor support. This is your chance. Your question will be, what is in for you in this masterclass? Hope we can see this. We have 12 modules in this masterclass. And this is the first module. We'll be talking about who a virtual assistant is. And inside of this, we'll be looking at mindset shift. We'll be looking at debunking means, the actual truth of being a VA, who a VA is, what a VA does, type of virtual assistant, benefits of being a VA, and IT services you can offer as a VA. So we'll move to module 2. We'll be looking at communication and collaboration tools. I'll be teaching you about Google Workspace, collaboration and communication tools, editing tools, video sharing and recording software, meeting tools for jobs, screen sharing and remote access, and places to learn free courses. Under module 3, I'll be teaching you how to set up as a virtual assistant, how you can choose your niche, soft skills, how to assess your client's need and tailor your services accordingly. I will teach you technical skills and non-technical support skills, and I will teach you how to build your portfolio from scratch. Under module 4, I'll be teaching you social media management and self-promotion. I will teach you how to create and optimize your profile, LinkedIn and Instagram. I will teach you how to market and promote yourself, how to build a faceless brand if you do not want to show your face online, and how to promote the services that you offer to potential clients. I will teach you places to find virtual assistant job. We will do training on Upwork. I will personally review your Upwork account. I will teach you how to write winning proposals. I would even provide proposal templates that I have used for you. I will teach you how to make your profile stand out, and I will teach you how to apply for jobs on Upwork and how to answer questions on Upwork and other sites you would use for jobs. I will teach you the business of virtual assistants. What my training does for you is 2 things. It will teach you how to be a VA clients can reach out to and get to work with, and who can reach out to clients to work with. That means I'm teaching you how to be a business owner as a VA, and I'm teaching you how to approach clients by yourself. Module 7 will be training on graphic design and video creation. I'll be teaching you how to create videos, carousels, reels, and posts. I'll be teaching you how to use designing apps like Canva, Lightroom, CapCut, and InShot. Under module 8, I will train you on services different skills and services you can offer as a VA. We look at calendar management, appointment setting. We look at travel and booking, content writing tools. We look at email management, social media management. Under module 9, we'll still be talking about services you can offer. We'll look at SEO and web research. We'll look at customer service support. We'll look at lead generations and their tools. We'll look at telemarketing and cold calling. We'll look at tools for video sharing. Under module 10, I'll be teaching you CRM tools. I'll also be showing you places you can niche down to and how to gain specialized skills that can help you earn more. I'll be teaching you about time management app, security tools, how to use AI like ChatGPT to create content and build content calendar. And I will teach you step-by-step guide on how to deliver high quality services to your clients. Under module 11, for many who will be struggling with, how do I create a package for my business? I will teach you, holding you by your hands, how to create a retainer package, hourly rate, project-based fee. I will teach you how to negotiate rates with your clients. I will teach you how to draft a contract, how to price your services, how to scale earning in the online space, and different payment method options you can use to receive money abroad. And finally, in our module, on module 12, I will teach you on writing your CV and acing your interview. I will teach you how to write a CV. I will teach you how to ace your CV. I will teach you how to respond to potential interview questions, how to set up an office space, how to manage distractions and maintain work-life balance between your personal life and your professional life. And I will teach you other ways to reach out to your clients. Tell me who does it better, who gives all of these. Please, that is not all. My goal to be a teacher and to be a coach is honestly to see people succeed. These are extra bonuses. This is like the first bonus that come with being my student. I will provide you Upwork templates that has helped me landed over 20 jobs. We're going to embark on a 15 days job application marathon, and you're going to have support. You're going to have your Upwork account personally reviewed by me. You're going to have a lifetime community access to all the videos recording. Other activities in the 45 days masterclass include, you're going to have assignments that you'll be submitting. We're going to have a capstone project. We're going to do interview prep. I'm going to teach you how to create your portfolio and resources you can use to do that. Before you finish this class, you would have a working portfolio that you will present and you will start to use to look for a job. I have some of my students in this training, and they can tell you for sure that some of them are done building their portfolio already, and some of them are still working on it. So you have free access to like our community that we already have, where other students are. And before you finish the training, you should have at least 5 knowledge of skills and services you can offer and start monetizing immediately. What is the extra bonus I have for you, right? I have 1 month mentorship for 1 student that is worth over 300K. My personal mentoring currently, for me to mentor you for 30 days is 300,000. So for me to give that out to 1 student, it is worth 300K currently. I'm going to give 3 months internship in virtual click support for 2 students. So virtual click support is already our brand, right? So I would offer 3 months internship to in virtual click support for 2 students, and you can use it to build your CV. We're going to have laptop power bank worth 50K for 1 student. I'm going to be giving 40 Upwork Connects. Especially, I know that people struggle with buying Upwork Connect when they are starting. So for this next cohort is even more lucky. I know some of my students will be feeling, I hope they don't feel bad because I've jam-packed this set with more things, right? Maybe they should come and re-register again. So I'm going to be giving out 40 Upwork Connect each, worth 10K to 5 students. I will give out 2 Wi-Fi to 2 students, worth 15K each. That is like over 500 giveaway. And that is only possible with me. If you have attended any training and they have given out this much, please put the name of the trainer in the comment section. Let me go and thank them. If there's any training you have gone to and they're giving out this much to see you improve and get better. So the masterclass is for 45 days in total, 30 days of training plus 15 days of job application marathon, making it 45 days. So we are on it for like 45 days. So that is not all. That is not all. You have ongoing mentorship and support for career growth. All my students, I know they have personal access to me and I listen to their complaint. Because if they succeed, what does it mean for me? I have succeeded. So look below here, you would see we have data entry class. I just added this as an extra because I want to see you genuinely succeed. I would bring in somebody that would come and teach you data entry, and I will bring somebody that will come and teach you crypto and NFT training. What else are you looking for? If this is no more than enough, then we have pre-recorded section and we'll have real time. So the training is real time, but we would have pre-recorded section for people who are not on spot immediately. So let me bold this for those who did not see it. I would be giving you data entry class. I'm not the one that would teach data entry. I would bring somebody that is paid to come and teach you data entry. I'll bring someone that is paid to come and teach you crypto and NFT. If you're not encouraged to join this training, I don't know where else. I don't know where else you will see it better than this. How much are you willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? Tell me in the comment section. If I'm to charge you for everything I have listed from module 1 to 12, and the bonus and extra bonus that is here, how much will you pay? Let me hear in the comment section. How much do you think you can pay for all this I have listed? Sincerely. Sincerely, how much would you pay if I should ask you to pay? Let me hear. How much? 15K. Okay, good. Be sincere. How much can you afford to pay? I'm waiting for us, so let's comment. Now, we tired already? Don't be tired, though. So I see some people saying 15K. I see some people saying 25K. I see somebody saying 30K. I see somebody saying $25. I see somebody saying 100K. I see somebody saying 15K. You as a person, how much can you pay? Speak for yourself. I see somebody saying 20K. Somebody say 20K. I think people saying 20K are meaning in Naira, not in dollar or cedis. So how much can you pay? Somebody say, how much will you give it to us? I'm asking you, how much can you pay? You're saying, how much will you give it to us? Okay. What do you stand to gain? You stand to gain everything. You stand to gain a teacher who is willing to see you succeed. You stand to gain my years of experience. You start to gain a mentor you can always come back to even after taking a training. You start to gain somebody who will genuinely teach you and see that you succeed, who would support you and see you grow. And I'm not saying these things just because so that you can pay. Even if you don't pay, does it change anything for me? No, it doesn't change anything. I'm not like I have clients I'm working with, right? So it's not like it's a must for you to pay. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, you're not compelled to pay. But if you feel you need a mentor, you need somebody that will genuinely teach you. You need somebody that it's not even about the bonuses, right? Because the bonuses are things they are things I am giving to my students to encourage them. There are things I'm giving to my students to encourage them. Those are what the bonuses are all about. And I think over 10 to 15 persons will get bonuses from, imagine you pay any amount and you're getting something, you're getting Upwork Connect worth 15K. You're getting a Wi-Fi. How much did you now pay for the training? So that means I invested without even gaining. So you stand to gain almost everything. What do you stand to lose? Absolutely nothing. You cannot lose anything. You will gain more. Here are what some of my current students are saying. This person say, I haven't submitted my module 2 and 3 assignment. However, I've been implementing what we are taught. I have learned designing my portfolio using Canva. I have opened a Linktree account. I have updated my LinkedIn account, added topic. So a big thank you. You're doing so much, in my opinion. The 5K finished with module 1. All the other modules are Jara. So this person say, I must say this from my heart. May Almighty God bless you and increase you. I am still in module 4, but man, I am so elated because my colleagues are wondering what is wrong with admin, not knowing that the knowledge I have gained this evening can never leave me again. Chai, coach, you do this one for me. This person say, good afternoon. I just want to tell you that you're exceptionally kind. Your type is rare. Please keep being yourself and God will do exceptionally great thing. This one is feeling bad that, so I know some of you in Nigeria will say, oh, I have paid this amount and maybe the person you paid for did not give you attention. It's not cheering. That is why we have a limited number of students I can take. So if you're not among the students, I do not keep taking students even if I exhaust my capacity. Once I reach my capacity, I stop taking students. You can keep your money and join the next cohort. So don't think, oh, what about if once we hit the 100 students I want, every other person will join the next cohort if they still want to join us. So this person said, thank you so much for the training. It is worth much than 25K paid. These are still what some of my students is saying. It's a place to be. Chinyere is a very good teacher, detailed and honest. Trust me, she's excellent and she will give you more value than you ever bargained for. Thank you, Ma, for the much you have imparted in me. I recommend you join the class 5-star. So I have like a whole lot of, if I start putting what my students are currently saying now, I will take so much of your time. Drop in the, like, I know so many of us are in different groups on the WhatsApp. Drop in the groups what you have learned so far from today's training. Is it worth your time? Is it worth it? Is it something you can recommend for other people to be part of? So the training, without spending much time, is 25K. I am going to offer 25K for all the knowledge that I've gained, and that is what you stand to pay. We can take payments. We have 2 payment options. You can go ahead to make your full payments to this account detail, OPay. Please do not pay. After this training, I would share in the group the other payments app. You can pay through OPay, you can pay through Access Bank, and you can pay through Seller. For those who are not Nigerians, you can pay through Seller. For those who are Nigerians, you can pay through Access or OPay. For those who are not in Nigeria, you can pay through Seller. So you can make your payments in 2 parts, either 10K or 15K. However, listen to me carefully. After you make your part payment, I would move you to a group of part payments. That is where you will stay. When you complete payment, that is when I would move you to the main group. If you do not complete your payments before training starts, you will join the next cohort when you conclude your training. That is how it is. So if you know you cannot afford to pay 25,000 today and you want to secure your spot, go ahead to pay either 10,000 or 15,000 to be concluded before the training starts. Our next cohort is starting March 2nd. 3 weeks, I think 3 weeks from now, we'll start the next cohort. So if that is where, if you cannot afford to pay your 25,000 naira right now, if you can afford to pay it, go ahead to start making your payment to this account detail. If it's okay, somebody can take screenshot of this and drop it in the WhatsApp group for those who want to make payment, but do not pay to, I think, Dolakbo and Dolakbo, please, can you take screenshot of this and post it on the group where you are? Any of my student that is online here that is in any of the group can take this screenshot and post it in any of the group. Please do that for me. Then, so if you want to go ahead to make payments, please go ahead to make payments with this account detail. You can take screenshot of this and make payment to this account detail. I want to believe that, yeah, the account detail will be put in the group shortly. I want to believe that the module is actually packed for you to gain value from. So this is how I make. I don't want to waste more of your time. We can still come back to the payment detail as I continue to answer questions. How I make 1K to 1K monthly. So if you have 3 clients and this is what you charge each of them, maybe you charge each of them. I charge one person $20 and I work for 40 hours in a month. I said a month, not a week, a month. You make $800. Another person pays you $30 and you work for 40 hours in a month. You make $120. Another person pays you $15 and you work for 30 hours in a month. You make $450. This depends. Sometimes you can work for more than 40 hours and you can do more than 40 hours, right? And you can do more than 40 hours. So if you do more than 40 hours, you can earn more, but I'm just giving you like an average of what I earn 1 month, 1K to 3K monthly, and it's very simple. Somebody will ask, how were you able to fix your price to 20K, $20, $30, $15? I would explain that in my masterclass, right? I have poured out enough already. I have taught us a lot, right? Let me reserve some for my students. So it's time for question and answer. You can start dropping your question and answer in the chat box, and I would start. Dolapo, can you please? Thank you, Ajibola. Can you please start dropping the questions that we have so that I can start answering them, please? So please start. Dolapo, are you still here? Okay, please, can you start dropping the questions? So, okay, somebody on YouTube was asking if I can list the tools that I use to work. I already listed them during the training, right? And some of the tools include Slack. Some project management tools include like Slack, Trello, Monday.com. Some communication tools, same thing. Project management tools are used for communication, right? So you can communicate with project management tools. So please help. Will there be a replay of this video? There'll be a replay for this video in the next 24 hours. After that, I will take it down because it's a free training. And I gave out like a whole lot of stuff that should be personal here. And I wouldn't want to leave that on the internet for long. So can you mention project management and communication tools again? Asana is a project management tool. Trello is a project management tool. And some communication tools that we have. You can these project management tools are communication tools, right? Because you use it to collaborate with people. Another question from YouTube is, how do I get a mentor? Chinyere is a mentor, right? I can mentor you if you are my student. So I can mentor you if you're my student, right? So I can be your mentor if you want to be my student. Do you need to, another question from YouTube says, do you need to submit a resume on site like Upwork, even if not asked? If not asked, just submit only your proposal. That is what I would say. I don't have any VA experience. Can I join also? How do I get a mentor? Yes, if you do not have a VA experience, that is why you need the training. And I'm here to mentor you, right? I'm really interested in having you too. So another question from YouTube is, please list the tools. I've listed the tools already. Would there be a replay? Yes. Can you mention, I've mentioned the tools already. Do you need to? So somebody is asking, how much is the masterclass? The masterclass is 25,000, and you can pay in two parts. You can pay in two parts, 10K, 15K. If you do not have the whole 25K at once, and maybe you have like 10K or 15K, you can go ahead to pay that. Send me a screenshot when you do. You'll be added in the part payment group. When you complete your payment, you'll be moved in the full payment group. So from Zoom, what if you're not good at anything? That is what, if you're the one that asked this question, if you're not good at anything, and if there is one thing this training will do for you, it is to make you good at least in 5 things before you graduate from this 45 days class. What if you don't want to be a freelancer? You can convert the skills you're learning into starting your own virtual assistant business, right? Like I'm doing and coaching on it. What kind of rates can one set for an entry-level VA? For an entry-level VA, I will teach more on this during the masterclass, right? Do you have an academy? Yes, we do virtual click support. You can check us out on virtual click support. You can check us out on LinkedIn. You can check us out on Instagram. So questions, can I do VA job on business service providers? Yes, you can do a VA job for business service providers. Yes, it mustn't only be product based. You can serve people that are business providers. How long will the masterclass last, and when will it begin? This masterclass begin March 2nd, and it will last for 45 days. How much is the masterclass? The masterclass is 25,000. Is the masterclass pre-recorded or real-time video? The masterclass comes in two. We have a pre-recorded video, and we have a live section. So after our live section, I would go ahead to upload the recorded section in your group for you to watch later in your spare time. Is crypto and NFT included? Yes, crypto and NFT is part of the extra bonus you gain from the class. How much will you give it to us? I've already said that. When is the deadline for payment? The deadline for payment is 1st of March, because training starts on the 2nd. So deadline for payment is 1st of March. So when is the training commencing? March 2nd. Are we learning graphic design also? Yes, it's included in the module. So how much? Okay, can I use my phone? I don't have a laptop. Yes, I have students who are currently using their phone and they are learning. So when somebody say you cannot learn with phone, the person is lying to you. You can actually learn with your phone, right? So this person say, can we rewatch this? Yes, you can rewatch this after a while. You can rewatch it for today, and after 24 hours, I will take it down. So if you want to rewatch the class and do anything, ensure that you do that. Ensure that you do that at least before the end of today. I will just wait for more questions. If you have more questions, go ahead to So if you have more questions, please drop them. As we collect them, can we get the copy of the module? I will drop the module in the chat. Can we get a discount? My dear, I have discounted a lot already. Paying 25,000 to learn all of these, and I will bring teacher that will teach you data entry. You know what made the business grow? How many hours in 45 days? We typically have class for like 3 hours. Like 3 hours each day that we are meeting. So I want to believe that I'm already giving more than enough trainings that people will pay differently to learn. If you're to pay for each of these training, there's no how you will not pay 10K to 15K each to learn each of this model. And I'm putting everything together for 25K. I think I deserve an applaud, right? So somebody is saying, how does one qualify for the giveaway? Which niche did you start in? You want to know the niche I started in. When you become my student, there are secrets I cannot tell you. I can only tell my students, right? If I tell you all the secrets, what will I now tell my students when they join? Is my students I would open. If you see the person that say, I will not hide any secret, I do not hide any secret from my students, right? So if you're my students, don't worry about the niche to specialize in. I will tell you the niche to specialize in, and I will guide you into specializing in it. Then, how does one qualify for the giveaway? You qualify for the giveaway if there will be a set down criteria. I can't review the set down criteria, right? It's a giveaway. Mary Chinwe Mary Chinwe is saying that our questions have not been. So time frame for the class will allow us prepare ahead. For this next class, we'll be training Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We take home assignments, and each day we meet for 3 hours. So please, with the training hold every day or weekend, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 3 hours. What are the solutions to a VA problem you mentioned? My dear, the solution is what I have in my module. Is that not where the solution is? Do you have individual time for each student? When my students have assignments and they reach out to me, right, I attend to them individually. Will the client tell you what you will do for them? All right, I think we have taken like questions and because how do you guide us one-on-one or just like this? Princess, did you hear what I said on if my students have questions, and they reach out to me, if I give assignments that need them to come to me, they would come to me and I will address it for them. So no, training times are evening so that we can accommodate those that are working and those that have things to do. All right. So if you have more questions, I think at this point we have spent like 2 hours, 30 minutes for this training, right? So I would just go ahead to say thank you for spending this day with me. If you have more questions, you can drop it on the group and we can go ahead to continue attending to it then. Let me know in the group what you learned from today's section. Was it insightful? Was it worth your time? Hope you enjoyed it. How much is 25K for those outside Nigeria? How do we pay? So for those outside Nigeria, you would pay through seller. Let me go ahead to drop it. Let me go ahead to drop the payment stuff in the group right now. For those that want to make payments either on OPay, my Access Bank account, so that you can see where you can make payments. So I will drop that right now. Like, check on the group right now. You should be able to start seeing the links. I will drop it on the group right now. So this is it. So I'm dropping it on the groups right now. So check your group. You should be able to see different payments options you can use. For those who are not in Nigeria, if you check through seller will convert the price for you in your currency so that you can pay. So when you pay, do send us a screenshot of your payment. So I think I've posted the account number on all the groups. So you can visit the groups that you're in, make payments, send me screenshots, and thank you. It was worth all the time spent listening to you. We keep in touch. All right. So you can let me know in the group what you learned and oh, so all right, everyone. See you in the masterclass. Okay. Thank you, everyone who joined us. And I really appreciate your time and everything. Three days a week will take us July till June 14. So from June 14, we would start our 15 days job application marathon. So please help me drop in the comments in your different WhatsApp group what you learned. Like, just this would motivate me to see that I've not wasted my time. Please just go ahead to let me know what you learned. And if you have further questions, you can also go ahead to drop it in the WhatsApp group. All right, guys. Bye for now. I would stop sharing and the section would end right now. See you all in the group. You can ask me, you can drop your question. You can drop your question in the group and I would go ahead to answer once. You can ask any question that you want in the group. I would be active on the group to answer all your questions. Somebody's asking, Annie is asking from YouTube if they can work with their phone. Yes, you can work with your phone. So let me know what you learned in the group. And I want to believe that we've gained insights today. And take care.